A week after my son David's wedding, my daughter-in-law, Sophia, showed up at my door. She was accompanied by a polished gentleman holding a sleek leather briefcase. "Mother-in-law, this is Marcus, the notary," she said, with that insincere grin I'd come to recognize all too well. "We've come to assist you with some minor paperwork for the property." My pulse raced. I knew precisely what they were scheming, but they had no clue about the secret I'd been guarding for months. Thank heavens I'd stayed silent about the vast estate my late husband had bequeathed to me. Now, seeing Sophia rifling through my files with those avaricious eyes, I realized my discretion had been my lifeline. But to share this tale correctly, I must rewind to when everything started shifting. 3 months earlier, when David announced his engagement to Sophia, I was in the kitchen, shaping dough for fresh rolls. The scent of rising yeast wafted through the air as my fingers kneaded the soft mixture. "Mom, I really want you to bond with Sophia before the big day," he said with that heartwarming smile of his. My only child, my greatest joy, had found someone special. "Absolutely, dear. Invite her over anytime," I responded, dusting flour from my hands onto my apron. I'd heard plenty about her already. 34 years old, an office professional, with impeccable auburn hair and manicured nails. She seemed like the perfect match for my David. That day, I hurried to the local market for the best ingredients: plump prawns, ripe tomatoes, jalapeno peppers, and rich sour cream. I planned to whip up his beloved meals. In my imagination, I pictured us chatting warmly, me sharing tips on keeping David content and passing down cherished family recipes. I cooked late into the evening, my legs aching from the hours on my feet. But it didn't matter. The centerpiece dish emerged creamy and fragrant, the biscuits light as air, and the red salsa packed the zesty punch David had adored since childhood. When the moment arrived to meet her, I donned my finest blue dress, reserved for memorable events. I styled my hair neatly and applied a touch of blush. I aimed to impress. After all, this woman might one day give me grandchildren. The doorbell chimed, and my heart fluttered with anticipation. I swung the door open, beaming widely. "Sophia, it's wonderful to finally meet you," I said, arms outstretched for an embrace. But she merely grazed my arms lightly, as if contact was distasteful. "Mother-in-law," she whispered, avoiding my gaze. Her tone was chilly, detached. She wore a sophisticated navy outfit and stilettos that clacked sharply on my modest floors, like tiny judgments. At dinner, I attempted to engage her about her hobbies, career, and future with David. Yet each query drew a curt, monosyllabic reply: yes, no, perhaps. It felt like conversing with an iceberg. What stung deepest was how her eyes critiqued my home disdainfully, her nose wrinkling at the first bite of my cooking, as though it were beneath her. My signature dish, honed over years, she scarcely sampled. "Mom, the meal is fantastic as usual," David interjected, attempting to ease the tension blanketing the table. Sophia poked at the rice on her plate, dissecting it like a suspect substance. Her nails, lacquered in vivid scarlet, clashed with my simple pottery plates. "Do you enjoy cooking, Sophia?" I inquired, optimistically, adding more salsa to her dish. She glanced up with an inscrutable look. "I don't bother with that," she snapped. "I prefer delivery or proper eateries." The word proper pierced me like a thorn. My cuisine wasn't proper. My home wasn't proper. David cleared his throat awkwardly and shifted topics, but the implication was clear. To Sophia, I was utterly inadequate. But what happened next would reveal her true colors even more. In the weeks that followed, each encounter grew more strained.
During their visits, Sophia perched on the couch's edge as if fearing contamination, endlessly scrolling her phone with a listless demeanor. She never inquired about my well-being or showed curiosity in my life. "Evelyn, you'll surely appreciate more alone time once we're wed, won't you?" she remarked one afternoon as I brewed tea. Her words hinted at an early dismissal, as though she'd already plotted to distance David from me. "More time for myself?" I echoed, puzzled. "But I cherish our moments together." She shared a cryptic glance with David that I didn't grasp then, but now see plainly. They were scheming my exclusion. Wedding preparations turned into my ordeal. Sophia dictated everything without my input, rendering me invisible. "The housekeeper can sort the decorations," I overheard her say on a call. It dawned on me seconds later that she meant me. When I offered to bake the wedding cake, a tradition spanning generations in my family, Sophia scoffed, freezing my blood. "Oh no, mother-in-law, we'll hire experts. We can't have it looking amateurish." That evening, I wept in my kitchen, gripping the apron my mother had gifted me on my wedding day. My baked goods had graced countless celebrations, anniversaries, confirmations, milestones. But to Sophia, my heart-filled creations were merely amateurish, spat out like an insult. The wedding day loomed like an inevitable tempest. I rose at dawn to prepare, selecting my most graceful lavender gown, purchased just for this. At the local parlor, my stylist Maria crafted a flattering updo that shaved years off my appearance. "You look stunning, Evelyn." David will be beaming with pride. Her encouragement sparked optimism. Perhaps this could spark a fresh start with Sophia. I reached the venue ahead of time, ensuring perfection for my son. Guests trickled in and I accepted their well wishes warmly. David appeared dashing, radiating joy. But as the ceremony commenced, a detail shattered me. Sophia had seated me in the 6th row, behind her colleagues and acquaintances who barely knew David. The groom's mother, demoted to a mere attendee? I craned my neck to glimpse my son at the altar. Women who never soothed his childhood ailments or nursed his scrapes enjoyed prime views. I held my poise, but inwardly fractures formed. At the reception, Sophia introduced me as David's mother, omitting my name or any warmth, reducing me to a tag. "She's quite the home cook," she'd add with her phony beam, boiling my life down to a household chore. For the toast, I awaited my slot, having crafted touching words on David's upbringing and my hopes for his marriage. Yet Sophia orchestrated the event, yielding the mic to her family, friends, even associates. "Does the groom's mother get a turn?" a guest queried. Sophia pivoted to me with a frosty grin. "Oh, certainly, Evelyn. Care to speak briefly?" As if my decades as David's mom warranted only a snippet. I rose on unsteady legs, all eyes upon me. "I'm grateful to the heavens for this joyous occasion." I started, but midway through my second line, Sophia applauded, drowning me out. The crowd joined, silencing my tribute. Dinner placed me at a peripheral table with strangers, distant kin of Sophia's kin, who chattered amongst themselves, ignoring me. From afar, I observed David immersed in his new in-law circle, seemingly oblivious to my isolation. As I nibbled flavorless salmon, and just when I thought the humiliation couldn't worsen, the dancing began. As the music swelled for the dances, David twirled first with Sophia, then her mother, followed by her aunts. I sat patiently, smoothing my gown repeatedly, my smile unwavering. But the tunes faded without him glancing my way. "Won't you dance with your mom?" my old friend Clara asked, approaching me. David chuckled uneasily. "Ah, yes, soon enough." Yet he continued with others, leaving me sidelined, my presence fading further. By 10:30 p.m., I chose to depart.
The drive home awaited, and faming cheer exhausted me. "Sweetheart, I'm heading out," I said softly, touching his sleeve. He embraced me hastily, his focus elsewhere amid the revelry. "Thanks for being here, Mom. Love you," he whispered, already turning away. Sophia materialized beside him like a vigilant sentinel. "Appreciate you attending, mother-in-law," she said, her tone more like a dismissal than thanks. Exiting to my car, clutching my lovingly wrapped gift, I caught Sophia's quip to her pals. "Phew, good thing she lives out of town. Not that she's awful, but you know, mothers-in-law, always meddling." Their giggles trailed me to the lot. I slid into my aging sedan, hands trembling, tears blurring as I drove. The road stretched eternally, streetlights smearing through my sobs. A nostalgic ballad on the radio evoked memories of dancing with my late husband at our wedding. He'd vowed eternal safeguard, but now solitude confronted this harsh truth. Home past midnight, my feet throbbed, my spirit crushed. I kicked off my heels at the door, padding barefoot to bed, the lavender dress now a mocking relic of a woman clinging to relevance. The ensuing days blended quietude and longing. I anticipated David's call, honeymoon tales, check-ins on me to preserve our bond, but silence reigned. A week post-wedding, I dialed him. "Hello, dear. How's everything? Honeymoon fun?" I chirped brightly. His reply was clipped. "Wonderful, Mom. Sophia sends regards. Gotta run. We're handling house matters." House? No longer our or mine? Just impersonal. As if I'd vanished from his world. I let days pass without word. Then I baked his treasured oatmeal raisin cookies, donning my loveliest teal top, and drove over hopeful. Ringing the bell, I braced for David's grin. Instead, Sophia answered, in a luxurious crimson robe, hair impeccably styled. "Oh, mother-in-law, unexpected. Cookies for David, his favorites," I offered, presenting the ribboned basket. She snatched it without entry, inspecting like contraband. "Kind gesture. David's in a crucial call, but I'll mention you." I lingered on the stoop like an unwelcome solicitor, awaiting basic courtesy. None came. "Thanks for dropping by. Take care." The door shut resoundingly. En route home, tears obscured the view. I parked to sob, pounding the wheel. How had this transpired? How had she usurped my son so swiftly? That evening, alone with TV dinner, my husband's dying words resurfaced. "Evelyn, if I'm gone, stand firm. You're tougher than you know, with more resources than you realize." Their meaning crystallized now. The next morning, I unearthed forgotten papers from our safe. Birth records, vows, deeds, policies. Amid them, an envelope altered all. A title to a 600-acre ranch my husband inherited from his aunt, now solely mine. It encompassed fields, cattle, a 6-bedroom homestead, and staff quarters. Recent valuation promised lifelong security and legacy, but beyond wealth, it granted autonomy. No pleas for love, no scraps. I grinned truly for the first time in ages, securing the docs and vowing secrecy. Not to David, especially not Sophia. Instinct whispered this was my safeguard. But soon that instinct would be tested in ways I never imagined. That very week, my caution proved prescient. Sophia began phoning oddly often, not for welfare checks or invites, but to probe my assets and finances. "Mother-in-law, David and I figure a cozier spot might suit you better," she cooed in one chat. "This place must burden someone your age. Ever considered selling for a simpler condo?" Her veiled push to divest chilled me. "No, love, I'm content here," I countered sweetly,
full of fond recollections. Sure, but ponder it. Sale proceeds could fund treats, trips, and we'd oversee the funds to maximize them, she pressed with cloying charm. 2 days on, David visited solo for the first post-wedding time, but not for maternal warmth, with purpose. "Mom, Sophia and I discussed your tomorrow," he said, on the couch where I'd soothed his fears as a boy. "My tomorrow?" I feigned naivete, sensing the trajectory. He evaded eye contact, like childhood mischief. "Yeah, this home's oversized for you. You look weary, overwhelmed. Sophia's agent pal could guide a solid sale." The ache was visceral, a dagger twist. My nurtured son urging sale of his childhood haven, our shared history. "David, you truly believe that?" I pressed, craving unfiltered truth. He faltered, torn between right and spousal sway. "It's just, Sophia's spot on. Enjoy life sans stress," he mumbled, scripted. Post-departure, with hollow visit vows, I sipped herbal tea in the kitchen, resolving change. I rang my confidant, Leela, sworn to secrecy for 45 years. We'd co-parented, essentially. "Leela, vital news. Promise confidentiality," I urged. Her tone sobered. I spilled. Sophia's disdain from start, wedding slights, sale pressures, and the concealed ranch. "Heavens, Evelyn! A 600-acre spread, undisclosed," Leela gasped. "Wise silence. That woman's a predator, sensed it at the ceremony." Her validation affirmed my gut. "Leela, dread bruise. Their gazes like I'm a hurdle. Plotting, I fear." "Tomorrow, lawyer bound together," she commanded. "Shield assets pre-vulture strike. Sign zilch sans me." Leela fetched me dawn next. Her contact, Samuel, a seasoned attorney with silver locks and sharp wit, had tackled Aiken woes. "Mrs. Evelyn, per your friend, precarious spot," he noted post-doc scan. "Typical kin pressure on elders for transfers. Advise full asset fortification." He arrayed papers on his oak desk, mapping my finances. "What you hold is substantial. This ranch alone rivals fortunes," he pointed at valuation. "Concerning isolation pattern, incapacity insinuation, self-serving fix." Leela gripped my hand. "Mention notary buddy. I detailed Sophia's drop-in with Marcus, house papers push." "Classic," he jotted. "Notary for lax oversight, pressure sign under ease, guys." He'd witnessed full estates lost in sessions. "How to defend?" I queried. "Battlefield midst." He smiled first time. "Plenty. Irrevocable trust, coercion logs, prep for intent reveal." We exited with strategy, shields, crucially, sanity affirmed, suspicions grounded. Leela hosted lunch. Her spouse Victor bear-hugged me. "Evelyn, that girl's greedy-eyed. Wedding vibes off. Probing possessions. Quizzing enterprises." His insights echoed fears. Days ahead, routine held, but vigilance peaked. Calls, drops, age and help jabs interpreted a little, like intent X-ray. Wednesday, garden watering, David's car pulled up. Heart raced, not joy, wariness. With Sophia, showdown loomed. "Hey, Mom!" Tense grin. Sophia toted thick file, smug aura. Entry, key chat. I ushered to parlor, David's play spot, story nook, cartoon hub. Now tribunal, me defendant. "Mom, concern mounts," David paternalized. "Alien. Sophia and I deem finance aid needed. Age normal overwhelm." Sophia filed opened like war charts. "Mother-in-law. Senior finance pros consulted. Consensus, streamline assets, secure investments." "Pros?" I queried. Mix-up, fury simmering. Yet the revelations were just beginning.
"That's precisely why, Mom," David chimed in with the patience reserved for toddlers. "You've lacked expert input. Sophia's connections can safeguard your funds and future. She extracted forms from her dossier, fanning them like winning hands. See, mother-in-law, here's a stellar plan, an investment portfolio yielding sure gains, superior to property upkeep woes. I scanned the sheets as a befuddled elder, but etched details, home sale proposal, funds to shared account with their oversight, scam shield. Post-sale residence, I quavered, vulnerable grandma act. Sophia's grin oozed false care. Fret not, we've eyed a charming senior community with round-the-clock aid, safer, comfier for you. Senior community? Echoed like doom knells. Plan unveiled. Evict me, seize control, institutionalize under care veneer. Cruel genius, filial love wrapped. A senior home, I reiterated, voice cracking authentically. But David, I'm thriving here amid memories. They swapped knowing nods, conspirator code. Mom, tough, but consider, David urged condescendingly. There, peers, events, health watch. We'd visit freely, sans safety fears. Freely. Sporadic, convenient, like kennel checks. Rage boiled. I focused on helpless facade. Plus, Sophia appended, more papers from endless file. Sale plus savvy invests mean worry-free luxury. We'd handle admin choices. Traps sprung. They'd rule finances, while I faded in facility, awaiting pity visits, thankful for scraps. No sale wish? I whispered, idea dawning fain. Sophia sighed dramatically, tutor to dull pupil. Mother-in-law, age risks, solo and vast home. Fall? Scam? For protection. Irony scalded. She scamming. Scam warned? Audacious. Time needed, I murmured. Temple rub headache mime. Overload. David hugged, Judas-like. Sure, Mom. No rush. But hurry, ops fleeting, he added, Sophia packing smugly, victory assured. Post-exit, I sat storm-survived, hands rage-quaking. Dialed Samuel. They struck, as foretold. Sell all, asylum me, manage funds? Key phase, calm firm. Sign not, pressure or no. Record future talks. Intent proof. Sleepless, I roamed house, caressing mementos, nursing rocker, homework table, lullaby piano, all auction fodder for greed, from a woman unknown in David's vulnerability, who deemed my love barrier to riches. Next day, Lila brought recorder, grandkid loan. Simple, button push, 8-hour capture. Purse or apron pocket, return with proposals, recorded. 3-day tense wait, hunter move anticipation. Friday call, Sophia, manipulative syrup. Mother-in-law, proposal thoughts, prime home spot found, wait list, reserve soon. Feigned urgency, haste pre-reflection or consult. Yes, ponder deeply. Indecisive elder act. Tomorrow re-explain? Age forgetful? Triumph audible. Certainly. Afternoon full papers. Best for all. All. Generosity to jailers. Saturday punctual as scavengers with Marcus. Notary from week prior. Slim, thin mustache. Briefcase appraising gaze. Polite veil. Mrs. Evelyn, delight again. Eyes unsmiling. Prepped for swift proceedings, quicker, fewer hitches. Recorder pocket on. Farce capturing. I armchair sat. David rocker once. Let theater unfold. Mom, docs ready. David table spread. Sign here, here, here. We manage rest. Fingers dotted lines like graves. Sophia sidled close. Sales push intimacy. Mother-in-law, behold, home picks, Lush grounds, lounge, senior fitness. Images, hospital masquerade, not home. Marcus briefcase opened, seal, ink, notary forms. Ma'am, docs ideal for interests, sale, family trust transfer, can finance auth if incapacitated. Incapacitated. Next, incapacity and complete declare if rebel. Meticulous chill. But fate intervened with a timely twist.
What if I regret later? I quavered, roll perfect. Marcus and Sophia glanced. Recorder missed. Memory noted complicity. Oh, mother-in-law, finals for safeguard, Sophia patient explained. Flip-flops invite ill-willed confusion, bad signs. Ill-willed, brutal irony, tongue bite to contain. She, exploiting, exploit warned. Plus, Mom, David hand took, false warm. Peace knowing you're secure, no more worry over you. Worry over you, manipulator speak, no pretend love post money. Tears genuine, betrayed mom pain. Don't weep, ma'am. Marcus, cold, professional. Emotional norm, but post calm. Gold pen placed like weapon. I grasped, neared first dock. Air tense. Tormentors triumph anticipating. Sophia leaned, vampire eager. Doorbell rang, angel sent. Expecting? Marcus, irked. No. Slow rise. Neighbor likely. Opened. Lila, Samuel, stranger. Good afternoon, Evelyn. Lila's strength smiled. Not interrupting? Not at all. Cavalry relief. Enter. Samuel, lawyer Aura entered. Stranger video camera toted. David paled. Sophia docs hurried. Marcus froze. Mom, what's this? David nervous. Good afternoon, Samuel courteous. Mrs. Evelyn's counsel. Timely for transaction oversight. Docs orderly. Client independent review time? Silenced knife thick. Marcus pen pocketed burn-like. Sophia door, eyed, escape calc. You, Marcus authority attempt. Samuel smiled. Con unmasked decades. Samuel Rivera, senior asset specialist. This, Mr. Victor Gomez, DA Elder Abuse Unit, area case review, courtesy visit. Sophia's face confidence to terror pale. Marcus briefcase snapped nervous. David shuttled gazes, me new seeing. Samuel, firm voice weeks first. Glad, about sign, ensure order. Pocket recorder table placed, pin pulled grenade. Mr. Gomez camera on, recording. Ma'am, docs explain, circumstances? Voice, guilty tremble, authority. Sophia forced laugh interrupt. Officer mix-up, just aiding mother-in-law convenience papers. Voice, glass shatter. Papers, I repeated, surprising smile. Call papers, home cell, money handover, asylum lock for estate manage? Words, projectiles accurate. Marcus, abrupt stand, escape try. Misunderstanding, notary service only. But Gomez door blocked discreet. Moment, sir. Docs review. Fraud invest part. Then, ace play. Bedroom fetched safe box, estate deed. Opened ceremonious, predator confusion savor. Curious, table spread. Husband left forgotten inheritance. 600-acre ranch. Value. Samuel, appraisal read? Samuel Justice smile. Latest is $4.8 million market. It's absolute. Heart audible. Sophia jaw dropped fish-like. David Doc stared alien. $4.8 million. Savor repeat. Such poverty concern. Finance manage inability. Thoughtful. Voice. Sarcasm honey. Marcus desperate. Ma'am, this changes all. Estate needs specialized. But Gomez Pix snapped his docs. Right, radiant smile. Hired Samuel a week ago. Handles all legal finance. Thanks concern. Sophia's voice found. Injured crow caw. Mother-in-law, unaware, just help wanted. Excuses, sand rain crumble. Help, I queried. Armchair rise, forgotten dignity. Help, home cell, sands consult. Asylum against will. Life control steal? David spoke, month's first real son voice. Mom, we thought best. Tears. Repent? Frustrate loss? Best me. Soft repeat. Ask want. Respect decisions. See mother, not happiness obstacle. Samuel shoulder hand protective. Time leave. Material enough legal proceed if needed. Marcus near ran door. Sophia mask dropped follow. David lingered. Indecipherable look. Mom, talk later? Genuine, agenda-free first. Slow nod, no commit. Post-departure, parlor allies surrounded. Lila, Samuel, Mr. Gomez. Months, first, home safe. True.
3 months on, I porch sit my ranch, sunset gilding skies over my domains. David weekly visits solo, mending marriage shattered bond. Sophia contact tried, voicemail direct. Rumor, divorce David post poor widow realization. Now I counsel a kin struggling elder women, home, refuge for stories, gratis legal aid. Learned silence gold, timely voice diamond. At 70, grasped husband's words, stronger believed, more imagined. 6 months post-life altar afternoon, terrace sit steaming mug, dawn over 600 freedom acres. Fresh coffee aroma blends lemon blossoms I week planted, daily fight worth reminder. Ranch main house, unimaginable sanctuary. Weekly, letters, calls, visits from story-heard women. Nightmare mirroring. Mrs. Evelyn, trembling. Daughter-in-law home sell once. Or, son, money manage incapable. Yesterday, Maria arrived. 75, widow. Kids, judge incompetent declared. Small suitcase, betrayal weight. Mrs. Evelyn, tears. Kids home prison me. Pension take, no solo out. Good, say. Rocking chair sat, my once tear spot. Fine porcelain chamomile served, story full told. Eyes hope-filled months first. Life control regain possible? Lost child voice. Not only, hand took wrinkles. Right to, fight not alone. Next, Samuel case reviewed. Incompetence, irregularities, reversible. Maria daily smiles. Kids returned, protect, taken funds. Story wildfire spread. Interviews, talks invites, distant letters, Spain, Mexico. Courage inspired rights defend, Chicago lady. Example, family no invisible treat, another Buenos Aires. Not effortless. David Sende visits, bridge rebuild awkward start, silences, scripted sorries. Gradually, known boy reemerges, man eyes, betrayal allowed. Mom, recent stable walk, apology eludes, hypnotized like, obvious unseen. Tears real, wedding since first real son. David, I direct, stop. Apology earned actions, not words. Nod solemn and mired. Reconciliation long, patience proof need. Sophia life vanished, entry quick. Leela contact, divorce sued David half assets, found protected per my advice. Town left, goodbye less, victim next hunt likely. Marcus license lost, post Gomez fraud evidence. Our record key network dismantle, region dozens elder scam. Leela, adventure partner. Ranch staff house lives, not employee, chosen sister. Manage refuge created, elder rights workshops, youth missed trips plan. Who thought 70s activists become, yesterday mail aid review. Smile, year ago timid recall, attention crumb settler, fate others decide. Samuel more than lawyer, foundation legal director, local laws changed,
Senior Protect Better, National Reforms Work. Mrs. Evelyn, last meet. 6 months more elder rights than decades organizations. Nightly garden walks, journey reflect. Oak mailbox letters, here stayed women. Never too late dignity reclaim taught. Self-worth no expire showed. Tomorrow, Texas Ladies Group, story here, cities refuges learn. Movement pond ripples, unimagined lives touch. 70, old age not end, powerful chapter start. Decades wisdom, youth stronger weapon, lost dignity, courage fight recoverable. Evelyn I am, 70, Independence Declaration. Never again invisible, useless, disposable allow. Story one woman, inspire voice raise mistreat against, every tear betrayal pain worth. End, husband right, stronger believed, more imagined. Just remember who really was. But wait, there's one final reflection that ties it all together.
As I reflect on this transformative journey, I've come to embrace a profound truth. Life doesn't diminish with age. It evolves into something richer when we claim our power. The estate isn't just land. It's a symbol of resilience, a beacon for those who've been sidelined. Through the refuge, we've built a community where stories of survival turn into strategies for empowerment. Women arrive broken, but leave as warriors, armed with knowledge and solidarity. David's path to redemption continues. Our Sundays now include honest talks and shared chores around the ranch, rebuilding trust brick by brick. Leela and I dream of expanding, perhaps satellite sanctuaries nationwide. Samuel's legal victories inspire policy changes, ensuring fewer elders face isolation or exploitation. To anyone listening who feels invisible, your voice matters. Your worth endures. Silence can protect, but speaking out liberates. At 70, I'm not just surviving, I'm thriving, proving that the fiercest battles often yield the sweetest freedoms.